Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Knicks Nation post-game show as your New York Knicks defeat the Boston Celtics by a final score of 111. Whoa, wrong score on the screen. 111 to 89, by the way. Gotta change that really quick. All right, boom. 111 to 89. They absolutely demolish the Boston Celtics. Wait for more of you guys to trickle in here, but wow, this was kind of like a statement win. Look, the Knicks got annihilated on Friday in Detroit, and guys were out. Today, Karl-Anthony Towns returns, got their Mari Stoudemire goes on, no OG Anunoby. Hopefully that's not serious. So they get Jose Alvarado, ladies and gentlemen. I need a GTA sound. I need some icons for the members for Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Alvarado. It is coming, trust me, because, man, right out the gate, right out the freaking gate, you saw what he is going to bring to this basketball team. I posted a video last night for the members. Excited as hell to watch him play, and what he did today is exactly why I'm excited. I was excited as hell to watch him play. Exactly why I was excited to watch him play. 9 out of 10. Right? The Knicks have won 9 out of 10. Right? This felt right from opening tip. Our captain set the tone. Jalen Brunson was absolutely incredible today. Keep saying today. Happy Super Bowl Sunday for, those that everyone's going to watch the game. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. But you cannot have scripted a better start for Jose Alvarado's Knicks career. I mean, welcome to New York. Welcome to New York. This steal on Jaylen Brown, and he got one. He was trying it in the first half. He didn't get one. The threes, the constant pressure, the awareness, the strips. Dude is fast as hell, by the way. I want to know if he ran track. He is fast as hell, fighting over screens, fighting over picks. Chaos out there, man. He was everywhere. He was freaking everywhere. What are those dudes where you gotta look and say, yeah, that guy's a Knick, man. Fits right into the culture, man. Right into the culture. Right? And I knew this was going to happen. Kind of like the Josh Hart effect. When we got Josh Hart and he fit right away, Jose Alvarado reminded me just of getting Josh Hart. He just fit right away. He got to the team yesterday. Doesn't even know the plays. They got him mic'd up before the game asking Jalen Brunson, like, where do you like the ball? And Jalen Brunson, shout out to the captains, like, just play. Just play your game and relax. And boy, that was an amazing coming out party for Jose Alvarado. He's a playmaker in every sense of the word. I mean, we saw Karl-Anthony Towns and him pick and rolls. I'm excited to watch that grow. Right? He just makes things happen, guys. He just makes things happen. He's a good poke and loose guy. He did like disrupt your whole night type of defender, man. He's already a fan favorite. Right? He's already a fan favorite. You could feel it. Right? So shout out to Jose Alvarado. More good games to come for him. He is a dog. He is a dog. And then there's Mohamed Diawara. Ladies and gentlemen. What a blessing his development has been for this franchise. What a freaking blessing. 20 years old, playing with confidence, poise, like zero fear. He came out inspired in this basketball game. Really strong first half. The growth is real, folks. The growth is real. Mohamed Diawara is our young, up-and-coming talent that we have on the roster. He is him. I got him guarding Jaylen Brown really well, by the way. You could tell Mike Brown and Rick Brunson are like, they become close, right? You could tell. He put Diawara on Jaylen Brown. Diawara pokes it loose. Winds up diving to the floor. It's a jump ball. We win the tip, by the way. You see Mike Brown and Rick Brunson hugging it out. Like, yes, let's go. Let's go. Man, I mean, his development, I'm just so happy that we get to watch this young man play. And his three-point shot has just been incredible. I mean, for a player not known to have a, consistently good three-point shot, I mean, this season he has been a pleasant surprise from three. And that is a player that is working late nights in the gym. That is a player that's working his ass off. He has now entranced himself in a rotation. And they traded Yabu. He took over the Yabu minutes. And now you bring in him. You bring in Jose. Right? I cannot wait to watch OG in this mix, because Jose with OG and Hard and like Mitch, like I'm excited to watch those lineups. But man, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, your New York Knicks get back on track. What we wanted to see in Boston, and just absolutely annihilate the Boston Celtics. It wasn't even a competition, guys. They just annihilate them. Once again, shout out to the chat. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Shout out to the members in here. El Figgy. What's going on, El Figgy? Isaiah. What's going on, Isaiah? Jose. Wayne. Jaden. Putting up the Puerto Rican flag, man. On the day of the Super Bowl when Bad Bunny's going to perform at halftime, we got Jose doing that. Come on now. You can't write it. Can't write a better script. Can't write a better script. Jaden says it's a beautiful thing seeing one of our young guys flourish in front of us. Yeah, beautiful, right? It's and to think, right? I mean, he wasn't even a first round pick, and the Knicks got a gem, and we all kind of was like a little nervous and trepidatious after the summer league, but we saw his we saw his growth, we saw the potential in him. But we also want to be cautious, because, like, okay, we've seen the potential in Frank Ntilikina. We've seen the potential in Kevin Knox. We've seen the potential in, who else am I missing? You know the drill. But there's something about Mohamed Diawara that just is different from all of them. It's just different from all of them. Like, he feels like a constant learner. He feels like he constantly wants to learn. He feels like he constantly wants to get better. Let me zoom in so you can't see that ad. But yeah, just an incredible basketball game for the Knicks. An incredible spotlight, for Jose right out the gate. Incredible game for Mohamed Diawara. And away we go, man. We get back on track. Dope Dude, what's going on? Appreciate you in the chat. Dope Dude, hope all is well. Glad to see you in here and healthy. Dope Dude. Wayne says, great debut from Jose. Can't wait to see him at the Garden. Yes, against the Pacers. I cannot wait to see his reaction that he will receive from Knicks fans, because it will be an amazing reaction from Knicks fans. I'll tell you this right now. Right? The whole team just felt like inspired. Right? It felt like he just fit right into what we're trying to do. Like, again, guys, he didn't know any of the plays. Like, no plays. And got to the team yesterday, plays today, and his final line is 25 minutes. I told you guys he was going to play. 25 minutes, hits 2 threes because they're going under screens, and he's an underrated three-point shooter, right? 36% this year. Hey now. 12 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. You can't make it up. Such a good Nick that we had. Such a just a look. We knew it. That's why when the Alvarado rumors were happening, I was like, yeah, he's undersized, but he plays bigger than what he is. Like just him fighting over screens, pick and rolls, getting back on defense. I got him sprinting down the court. It was a play in the first half where he drives. He's really quick, by the way. He can get to the rack at will. There was a play in the first half where he got to the rim, got past the defender, swung it past to Mikal. It goes right through Mikal's hands. I got the clips for you guys in a second. Goes right through Mikal's hands, and here we have Alvarado sprinting down the other end of the court, poking the ball away from Pritchard, right? Was it Pritchard? Somebody. And I'm like, boy, this is a breath of fresh air right here. Like this is awesome. And the Knicks have been playing better already defensively, and now you add him in the mix, and away we go. Right? But it started with our captain, right? I don't want to overlook that. Brunson was phenomenal in the first quarter. 15 points, 4 assists early, controlling the game, right? A bounce back to what we saw in Detroit, where it was probably one of his worst games of the year. And Jalen Brunson was absolutely phenomenal today. 31 points, 12 of 21, 4 of 8 from 3, 8 assists, plus 20, 31 and 8. I mean, just a phenomenal game from our captain. And this is now 2 out of the last 3 games where he's just looked like playoff round 2 Jalen Brunson. Like, he's just been phenomenal. And, you know, again, he gets a closeout in the first quarter and the referee's staring right at him and they don't call it. And I'm just like, whatever, man. We're staring right at him and they don't call it. Right? But amazing game from Brunson. Mikal, I thought, played a really solid game defensively as well, efficient on the offensive end. Josh Hart was in foul trouble, but Josh Hart was doing Josh Hart things out there, hitting his shots with confidence, as we like to see. Wasn't hesitant, playing within the offense, within the flow, and he did this in all of 26 minutes. 19 points, 7 of 14, 2 of 6 from 3, 6 boards. Right? And look, Alvarado comes in and is an absolute amazing game. A+ game from Alvarado. Mitch comes in, does what he does. They do the hack of Mitch until he hit 2 free throws, and then they kind of stop doing it, right? And then you have Mohamed Diawara, man. Just the highest plus minus on the game, and you could tell that the Boston Celtics did not have Mohamed Diawara on the scouting report. On the scouting report, yeah. I got to fix the graphic again. Sorry. It's 89. You guys know. Appreciate that, GTM. 111.89. I fixed the other one. For some reason, I didn't fix this one. 111.89. For those of you just joining. The Knicks didn't lose. My bad. Wayne says, couple tips that led to steals, also by Grand Theft. He's a good deflector, like poking the ball loose, like things you don't see much in the box score, right? Things you don't see much in the box score. GTM says Mo is the Jaylen Brown stopper. Let's go, man. Joel says Jose is going to F the Pacers up. Dope Dude says he just looked tougher and faster than I thought. Jose Wepa. Man, today was a good game. Really good game, man. And it I stopped thinking about the Detroit Pistons game, and it was a little hiccup in the road, and I kind of thought that the New York Knicks were kind of punted that one, and the OG Anunoby injury, I hope this is not one of these Deuce McBride things where he's out a few games and Mike Brown's like, no, nothing to worry about here, and then something pops up. I hope not. He's dealing with the toe, so hopefully he's okay and he can get back there against Indiana. But Diawara won Defensive Player of the Game. Is that official? Mohamed Diawara. Look, man, I'm just, man, it is having a player like Diawara on your team can have you just unlock everything within your offense, defensively, because of his size, Shooter says Mo has been so good on both ends. So good. So good. Here is the play that I was talking about. Here is the play on Jaylen Brown. Oh, this is like super tiny. Don't worry. Here's the play. Let's rewind this a little bit. So they put him on Jaylen Brown. They try to get him off of him with picks. But look at We're poking that thing, diving on Brown. You got Mike Brown and Rick Brunson. Like, let's go. Chest bump. Bear hug. Chest bump, bear hug. Look at Mo. Look at him. Wingspan. Use that wingspan, young man. Bear hugging it out. Let's go, man. That's Mo, man. That is Muhammad Diawara for you. 27 minutes tonight. Dog. 20 years old, ladies and gentlemen. Just scratching the surface. Barely. He's look, in 5 years, it wouldn't shock me if Muhammad Diawara is playing like an all-star. Like, I don't want to be, I don't want to be dramatic, but I'm talking about 5 years from now, right? It seems like he's already developed his three-point shot, right? It seems like he's willing to learn constantly, is a constant willing learner, and that's important. Seems like he's a listener. He's a learner. And we're going to need him in big moments this year. That's why the Knicks felt comfortable in trading a big man in Yabusele, because Diawara was starting to blossom. 10 points, didn't miss a shot, plus 22 on the night, game high. And I wouldn't be shocked if Joe Mazzulla at his post-game presser is talking up Muhammad Diawara and telling the world just how much of an impact he had on tonight's game, right? So today felt like a Knicks basketball type of game, and they've been playing some really good basketball lately besides Friday. Again, I kind of just want to, toss that. Men in Black flash. That didn't happen. Friday didn't happen. Guys. So this was an important win. Remember what we talked about for the standings, right? The standings. Boston was a game ahead of you, right? Now you're tied with them again. You didn't want to fall behind Boston 2 games and have the tiebreaker decided in the last game against Boston. You didn't want to do that. Now you're ahead of Boston. You got Indiana coming up. You got a tough schedule though, but let's focus on one game at a time, right? And it's just good to see that a player who you acquired at the trading deadline in Jose Alvarado came out right out of the gate and gave this Knicks team a tremendous impact. Again, you couldn't have scripted a better start to Jose Alvarado's Knicks career. Welcome to New York. I'm excited about this one, guy. I don't know about you. This game got me excited. It did, right? The juices are flowing again. Let's take a look at the team stats. Once again, shout out to the chat. Shout out to every single one of you guys watching on X, on YouTube. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. 16 likes. Hit the like button. It doesn't hurt. It's free. Right? Just hit the like button. Hit the like button for a Knicks win. We get back on track. We're number 2 seed in the East again, and let's go. Fast break points. The Knicks had 16 compared to the Boston Celtics 4. Let me just zoom out. 16 of Boston's 4 fast break points.
He's a man with a list.
And that's
In a race.
Sorry. Knicks shot 40% from 3. The Celtics shot 17% from 3. 7 of 41 from 3, the Boston Celtics. And in that third quarter, ladies and gentlemen, the Celtics were 0 of 10 from 3 in that third quarter. They were 0 of 10 from 3. Yikes. Yikes in that third quarter. So, credit to the Knicks defense, man. It wasn't like some of them were open looks, but most of them were contested, right? I got Alvarado fighting over screens, Mikal fighting over screens today. I'm just like, I'm going to talk about it more. Chris and I are going to do a podcast tonight. I'm going to talk about it more with Chris, but I'm really excited for Alvarado and Karl-Anthony Towns' chemistry here that may form in these next months of the season. Because one thing I noted in the members video was that Alvarado is an extremely underrated pick and roll player. Extremely underrated, and you could tell when Brunson went to the bench, Alvarado was the point guard. And the Knicks had Alvarado bringing the ball up the court. They had him with screens with Karl-Anthony Towns and with Mitchell Robinson as well. Again, something I talked about yesterday. And it looked good, right? Obviously, there's some kinks and quirks they got to work out, but Alvarado's a really good pick and roll player. He's an underrated alley-hoop passer. And away we go. So it's not only that he's just pesty defensively, and he tried the GTA in the first half. Again, I got the video, but he got one. El Figgy said he's only 20. There's a lot of meat on the bone with Diawara. I like that. A lot of meat on the bone with Diawara. A lot of meat on the bone left. 20 years old, and he's having a phenomenal rookie season while playing amongst all-stars on the team. Right? He doesn't need the ball to be effective. He doesn't. He's become a good catch-and-shoot three-point shooter. Like, pretty good. Like, when he's putting it up, I'm like, I think it's going in. What is he shooting now from three this year? 37% from three, ladies and gentlemen. 37% from three. Like, I know it's like a small sample size, but for a player that wasn't known for his shooting ability, man, shout out to the Knicks shooting coach. Shout out to him, the player. Just scratching the surface, man. And here we are in a championship run. We have a rookie, right? It's not Pacome Daddier, who was drafted in the first round. Kolek has had some good minutes today, but Diawara, not today, but lately. But Diawara is just a better prospect right now because of his size, because of his length, because of the different lineups the Knicks can use him in. And because it doesn't hurt that he's shooting really well from three. Really well from three. All right, let's get to some Jose Alvarado footage. Here's Jose. Look at him. I got to get the drop, man. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him. Look at him. This is the pass I was talking about. Boop. Right through Mikal's hand and watch him sprint back on defense. Poke the ball loose. That is New York basketball. Fight over the pick. Get up on his man. Be a pain in the ass. Poke the ball away. Jose. Here's the GTA where he tried to get one. He tried to get a steal in the first. Jose. I can't wait. Shout out to the chat, man. This Rover says it helps that teams leave Mo wide open. Cool. Keep doing it. He makes him pay. Don't care. El Figgy says, I want to see Mike Brown adjust our starting five to who we're playing. The same tired starting five always doesn't work. Yeah, but I don't think he's going to do that. Look, today Shamet started, and the Knicks, it was mostly Brunson. He came out the gate just on a mission, like kind of upset about what happened on Friday, and he was just incredible. But like, you're gonna have your normal starters. Cat today, I thought he got to the free throw line a bunch more times, but that's Cat whistle. I got PJ Carlissimo on the broadcast taking shots at Cat. Like, how about Karl-Anthony Towns with the Amari Stoudemire glasses, right? He took them off in the second half, so you could tell that it was clearly bothering him. But Cat double-double, don't want to gloss over that, right? So Cat, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 assist. Just, again, I thought that he was playing a physical game and he wanted to get to the free throw line, and he should have got to the free throw line more times, but this was a physical basketball game. But, you know, Cat, the 2 threes that he attempted were open, wide open, and again, within the flow of the offense, I'm excited to watch him and Jose Alvarado's pick and roll game. I thought when Alvarado was on the floor with Cat, I thought that it looked good. So I thought that it looked good. Yeah, man, the Knicks get back on track, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited. I'm excited to watch this team grow, and now the record is 34-19, right? If you take a look at the standings, El Figgy says, "Can someone please get Carlissimo's cough drop?" Bro. Bruh. Yeah, I mean, I just, it makes you really grateful that of the announcers that we have on the MSG network, right? Waiting to a solid game from Cat. You can see a good chemistry developing between him and Alvarado. It's funny, when Alvarado was out there with Cat, pick and rolls all the time, right? You don't really get that from Brunson. It's clear that it's not what Brunson likes to do with Cat, and it's clear because when Alvarado steps in there, even when Kolek steps in there, that's when you see the two-man game, really. So I'm excited to watch that thing grow. Here are the standings. So Knicks jump back into the second seed, ladies and gentlemen. They are 34-19. They have the same exact record as the Boston Celtics. They are 9-1 in their last 10 games. A hell of a win for the squad. A game that they needed. A game that they needed to win because of the Boston Celtics just playing really good basketball lately. And this was a good, okay, let's take a deep breath. Boston's now not going to be 2 games behind us, and let's just go from here. But the East, I mean, Cleveland won yesterday in Sacramento, so these guys keep winning, guys. So this is why these games matter, especially against these opponents, right? We got Cleveland coming up, we got the Pistons coming up again, we got Philly coming up again. All of those games are going to matter because of how scrunched in the East is right now currently. So Isaiah says, one thing that sucks is that I could have went to the game but decided not to. Bruh. Damn, Isaiah. Hey, it was a good experience watching it at home. You get a different, obviously it's better in person. I'm sure you would have got heckled by a lot of Boston's fans, but next time. El Figure says, shout out to Josh Hart after the scary limp away Friday. Josh Hart comes back, man. That's why I wasn't really nervous about his ankle. He's clearly nursing it. But really confident game from Josh Hart. Didn't hesitate at all. And obviously you're getting what you get from him. But I really wanted to watch the ankle. And today it didn't seem like it bothered him whatsoever. He's efficient, 2 of 6 from 3, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, plus 10 on the day for Mr. Hart. So, great game for the guys, man. Great team win. I love games like this. I love 12:30, when it ends and it's over. You got the whole evening. Not for me. Look out for the podcast coming out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Chris and I are going to banter back and forth, obviously, on this game and what Alvarado can bring to this team. And hopefully we get some good OG and Anunoby news, which I'm kind of nervous about. I don't know. Maybe that's the PTSD I have in me because of what we just went through with Deuce. And it's okay, 1 game, okay, maybe just taking a day off, 2 games, OG with the foot, the toe. I'm like, okay. Like, if he's out on Tuesday, then I'm like, I start to really get concerned with this thing. Then you start thinking of, like, turf toe, and you never want that. I'm hoping it's nothing like that. But I'm excited to watch this thing with Jose. Again, he filled in for the Deuce role. He's a different player than Deuce, right? He's a different player than Deuce. Both are really good at what they do. Really good at what they do. Jose today just fit in like a glove. And you can put him at the point guard and just tell him to run the show a little bit. He's small, but he plays bigger than what he is, right? He plays bigger than what he is. Shout out to the chat. Let me see if there's a player of the game. Somebody was saying in the chat that it's Mohamed Diawara. I'm going to see if the picture came out for Mohamed Diawara. Oh, here's Josh Hart. Jose. There's Josh Hart. Man, season saved. Knicks win. Jalen Brunson was phenomenal today. Phenomenal. 31-8. Phenomenal game for the captain. Jeesh. Look at Hart laying it out on the line. Ooh, good pass, Landry. Give me that. Good job, Landry. This play in the first quarter was wild. Good pass, Mikal. It started from the first, right? That's when the Knicks team set the tone. Here it is. I'm so happy I could cry. Oh, now we got Jose. Guys are clothed. If I have one request, I would like to see these pictures get taken after the guys have showered and are clothed. Why do I have to see Josh Hart in the towel in the back? Why? I know he's trying to show off, his physique. I got Hukporti in the back. Mikal always up in front. Jose. Everyone got the slides on. You got Nike, Under Armour, Cat. I got Mohamed Diawara with the Patrick Ewing ice bags on his knees. Right? Ooh, Muhammad did. Look at it. A Celsius right after the game. Arctic Celsius right after the game. Shout out to Mohamed Diawara. Hell of a game for him. Yeah, you knew that, Yuri. Mo D putting them Timbs on. Mo D. I got Kolek. Tyler Kolek. How do you think Tyler Kolek is feeling right now? Because I think that his minutes are going to be null. I don't think he's, especially when we're fully healthy, I think I think Jose takes that Kolek role, and because of the Deuce injury, obviously. But I think there'll be spots where we find Kolek. Like, I think there'll be games where he could play because he has been playing really good. He has been playing well, too. Like, he's been playing okay. For a sophomore year, he's been on the rise. It hasn't been trending down for Kolek, right? But I think it's just cool to see their growth, right? It's cool to see a veteran team with a bunch of talent on the roster, with a bunch of guys that are competing to win an NBA championship. It's cool to see these rookies and these sophomore players playing well in the midst of that. And that's what we wanted, right? That's why we made the coaching change. That's why we went from Tom Thibodeau to Mike Brown, right? Let's be honest. I don't want to keep going back to it, but if Mohamed Diawara was on this team last year, would he be playing right now at all? I don't want to keep doing that, but I don't think he would be if it was the other coach. And Mike Brown is just letting him play out there and make mistakes. And that's what I've always wanted to see. That's what I've always wanted to watch. It's just a player just make mistakes. So, shout out to the boys. I'm muted. Am I muted? Am I muted? Can you hear me? Am I good? Hello? Oh, okay. We're good. Maybe I was muted for a second, but all right. So let me see if I know we'll get some audio here in a second. Who I got? I got Yuri waiting in the Discord. Calling into the show. All right, that kind of threw me off a little bit. All right, so let's get what was I talking about? All right, I was talking about Diawara. So yeah, man, he's been awesome. I feel like I'm gonna make a video later about Mohamed Diawara and Jose Alvarado, but I'm just happy and grateful that he's on the team and he's playing. I don't know if you guys heard me about, I don't think he would be playing if he was on the Knicks last year. I just think that he's learning out there. He's making mistakes. He's going through the grind. He's learning how to be an NBA player, all in the midst of playing well for this New York Knicks team. And I don't care if there's a game or two where he comes in and just plays poorly. I don't care. That's going through a learning curve. That's going through the grind. That's learning how to be an NBA player. So I'm just happy that, he's on our team and we can just watch him grow, because I know his contract. I believe the Knicks have his. I'm not worried about re-signing him. He's going to get re-signed because of what the Knicks did with trading for Alvarado, and I don't think he has a player option next year. I think we have his bird rights. So I know for sure the Knicks want to get that done, as well as Mitchell Robinson. But we'll worry about that in the summertime. I'm just happy that he's contributing to a team that has championship aspirations. So let's go. All right, let's get to the Yuri in the Discord. You guys can call into the show. You're all welcome to call into the show. Just hit the Discord. The link is pinned up in the chat.
Yo.
Yuri, welcome into the Knicks Nation post-game show. What a win. What a game.
What a win. Especially after that blowout. What a win. Good bounce back. And we had a discussion about Alvarado, both me and you, for a short time. He shut me up. That's all I'm going to say. Ice kept saying, I don't know if he's going to change the toughness. I don't know if he's going to be that dog that we thought he was.
Yeah.
And right out of the gate, Ant, it's contagious. The hustle, the energy. You had Mikal Bridges die for a loose ball.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was getting in on the hustle plays.
I missed that. Mikal diving for a loose ball. I missed that.
And getting the assist.
Yep. Shout out to Mikal.
Shout out to Mikal. He had a good game tonight. 14 points.
Yeah, he did.
Made a 3. 4 rebounds, 1 assist. 1 steal.
Come on now.
I'm looking at that right. Come on now.
How about Alvarado, Yuri? What do you think of his debut?
That man's a dog.
Uniform.
That man's a dog. That man is a D-O-G. Dog.
Dog, right?
It's contagious, Ant.
He doesn't even know the plays. And he comes in and I could have counted like every play that he was like 15 impactful plays in today's game for Jose Alvarado.
I counted 10. I must have missed them.
Yeah, they're just impactful stuff. That's why I said, like, even though he's gonna give you 8 loud points. They're gonna be loud points, like 10 loud points, 12 like today 12. They're gonna be impactful stuff. That stuff is valuable.
Even Mike Brown said on his press conference today that the original minutes for him were going to be 22 to 23. He gave him 3 extra minutes because of how good he was playing and the hustle, the toughness, and the pick and roll that he had with Towns.
Yeah.
As well. So he kept him out there a little longer. Also, a personal favorite of mine, Mohamed Diawara. I cannot speak enough about you, good man. And it's always nice to see both Mike Brown and Rick Brunson getting along. I think that was a bigger picture to me than Mohamed Diawara and
Mike Brown and who? Excuse me?
Rick Brunson.
Rick Brunson? Yeah.
Getting along. I think that poses a bigger picture to me because when was the last time that he shall not be named get along with assistant coaches? We heard the opposite.
You know, it's funny you bring that up, Yuri. In the game, I'm watching Mike Brown, Rick Brunson, and I forgot the other assistant coach's name. Excuse me.
Brendan O'Connor.
O'Connor. They sit right next to each other, right?
Right.
And I'm watching them talk to each other as the game is going on when Mike Brown is sitting at his seat on the bench. And I'm thinking to myself, like, we never saw this with Dibs because Dibs would always be up. Like, he would never be sitting.
Right, he never would talk to the bench.
He would never be going to the bench sitting. The coaches would have to come to him. But I'm like, it's just little things like that. Again, I'm not here to take shots at Dibs. It's just little things like that, like coaches talking amongst themselves in the game, making adjustments on the bench. You know, it's just little things like that I noticed. It's funny you bring that up, though.
Right. I figure I'd bring it up today of all days. What really impressed me about Mohamed Diawara, he locked down Jaylen Brown. Mike Brown trusted him to go up against Jaylen Brown, who's a Finals MVP, right?
Yep.
Probably an MVP candidate, who's basically been to the playoffs. And you got Mohamed Diawara, a clear rookie, right? Who just entered the league, keep in mind, right? And he got the stop on Jaylen Brown. And Mike Brown and Rick Brunson probably told him, I can picture this. They probably told Mohamed Diawara, he's going to go left, you attack the left hand. He's got no left hand. Go attack his left. If he goes left, go for the left hand.
Yeah. And it worked.
And it worked. And you just saw Mike Brown and Rick Brunson cheering and giving each other a bear hug.
I saw that. Yuri.
You could tell they're slowly adopting him into the system. Thank you, Ant.
They are. Shout out to you, Yuri. Thanks for the call. Thanks for the support. As always, Yuri with the call-in. Always calling in. In the words of Jaylen Brown, losing to the Knicks feels like death. I wonder if Jaylen Brown is going to go on Twitch today after the game. I wonder if he's going to go on Twitch today after the game since they lost. Probably not. Right? Probably not. It'll be the ultimate move if like one of the Josh Hart or Brunson like goes live on Twitch and announces they're going live right now after the game. Because remember, I'm bringing that up because remember last time the Knicks lost to the Celtics in Boston right after the game, the Knicks, Jaylen Brown goes on Twitch right after the game. And he's talking it up like, oh, it feels great, yada, 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 talking shit about the Knicks. It's funny. It's funny how that works. Once again, man, shout out to the chat. Happy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Your New York Knicks have won 9 out of their last 10 games, 111-89 against the Boston Celtics. Little Dookie says, can anyone join Little Dookie Stain? It's a funny name to say. Can anyone join those calls? Yes. The link is in my Discord. It is in the chat. It is pinned up in the chat. All you have to do is hit the link, join the Discord, and there's a section in the Discord. It's called a post-game call-in. If you're in there, I would see you in there, and we could talk Knicks. It's that easy. Just hit the Discord, join the Discord. You know, I don't know if you have a Discord app or whatever. You got to download it, but maybe, you know, in the future in another post-game. But The Discord has some fun things in it anyway. And live NBA scores, Knicks stuff, giveaways and everything. But yeah, that's how you do it. Hit him up. What's going on? Hit him up. Should have brought this effort against the Pistons. Yeah, I kind of threw that game out against the Detroit Pistons. It happened, but this one kind of made me forget about that game, and this is exactly what I wanted from the squad. Like, I wanted them to make me forget about the Pistons game, right? No Cat, no OG. You played a lot of games, traveling, yada, yada, yada. But we still need some revenge on them, right? If I go to the schedule, right, you got the Pacers at home, Jose Alvarado's Knicks debut in the Garden. Could you imagine the applause he's gonna get? Alvarado, Unc Dre, what's going on, Unc Dre? So here is, what am I doing? Here is the Knicks schedule. Indiana on Tuesday, back-to-back. Again going to Philly against the 76ers. Versus Detroit on Thursday. That is after the NBA All-Star break. After the NBA All-Star break. So the Knicks have, what is this? Well, Brunson and Cat and Allen Houston are going to be in the skills competition. Shout out to Allen Houston. I'm excited to watch Allen Houston with Brunson and Cat. Right? Allen Houston was my favorite Knick growing up. We share the same birthday. He was just my favorite Knick growing up. So Allen Houston's going to be in the All-Star game. Brunson and Cat. I'm thinking that, I don't know, but maybe OG Anunoby is out until after the All-Star game. Because wouldn't it make sense if he's like nursing something? You're not going to need him against Indy. Right? And do you really want to play him the day before the All-Star break at Philly? I don't think we see OG Anunoby until February 19th against the Pistons. Again, I'm hoping that it's nothing serious. But I don't think we see OG until February 19th against the Detroit Pistons. I could be wrong. I'm just spitballing here. But, yeah, Indiana should be a win, right? Pacers stink. At Philly. We beat them a couple of weeks ago in Philly. Right? That was the game that kind of propelled this whole thing, right? The game in Philly. I think it was a Saturday afternoon game at like 3:30 that propelled this whole thing. And then you get Detroit after the All-Star break. The guys can rest, reset, maybe go on vacation, whoever's not in the All-Star game. Alvarado can learn the playbook, right? Get his housing situation situated. Just get accustomed to New York City and the, Tarrytown, where the practice facility is, and come out guns a-blazing again after the All-Star break. But you got two more, right? So you got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You got a week. You have one full week off for the All-Star break. Boy, I think the Knicks need that, right? You got one full week off. Get right in terms of injury. I think Josh Hart needs that with his ankles. Guys are banged up. Cat's eye. He's swollen on his eye. Maybe that can go down a little bit. But, yeah, man, this was a good win, feel-good win for the squad. And, it's just on to the next. More of the same. More of the same. All right, let me see if I can get some sound bites from... Oof. Oh, we don't like to see this. This just popped up on my timeline. A Knicks account on X said, "Earn that time back, Tyler. Clarkson don't want it." Then Jordan Clarkson, this is officially Jordan Clarkson's account, It says, get my beep out your mouth, please. Respectfully. Why do we do this? Like, why do we have to do this? Never want to see that. Jose Alvarado, it felt like home. You're home. Welcome home, Jose. Welcome home. Welcome home, Jose. More Mike Brown, good win by our guys, especially after getting blown out the other night. I don't have audio. Brown said he initially planned to play Alvarado 22 to 23 minutes. He played 25. He gives us a different look because he's so quick with the ball. Alvarado had 6 of the team's 18 deflections. Positive stuff, man. That's the thing that doesn't show up in a box score, but obviously the Knicks keep track of that stuff. And I wish a site kept track of that stuff. I'm sure they do. So try to get some. I want to see if there's audio, but the Knicks are on the road, so I don't think there's audio to get to. Clarkson says GTA 5 on X. Love that. All right, this was Alvarado prior to the game. This is what I was talking about.
It's whatever, but when we get in the games together, where you want the ball mostly, or how you like it? I know you, obviously, it's whatever, but, you know, to make it easier for you.
Most importantly, I want you to play, right?
Yeah.
So you play free, you play smart, whatever you got to do. You'll see. It's not, you'll see.
All right.
That's a captain. That's a captain telling a player, just play. I don't want you thinking right now. I don't want you thinking about the plays. I don't want you thinking about any of that. That is Jalen Brunson telling Jose Alvarado to just play his game. And Alvarado just played his game. And when he did that, I mean, you see the result. Right out the gate, first game as a New York Knick, you got Jose Alvarado doing a bunch of great things on the basketball court for the guys. Right? And that is a captain being a captain. A leader being a leader. You know, so shout out to Jalen Brunson saying that to Jose Alvarado prior to the game. Because Alvarado had a tremendous coming out party. This Rove says just, Jose, don't talk trade secrets from the mic'd up. I wonder, like, whoever is reviewing that footage, like, I wonder what they're taking out and what they can put in. Like, you know, there's some things being said in the mic'd up sessions that don't make the cut. Right? You know there's some things being said. All right, I think we touched on a lot, ladies and gentlemen. I think we touched on a lot. I was trying to get you guys some audio from the Knicks, but I don't think we have right now. So just a tremendous game from the squad. Chris and I are going to be recording. Well, we're going to have a podcast up tonight, so be on the lookout for that. Right after the Super Bowl, a podcast is going to go up. So we're going to be talking about everything. Jose Alvarado, debut, Diawara's emergence, Cat in the offense, Brunson, the whole nine, the rotations, the whole nine. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to try to be more consistent with the Sunday podcast and the trivia. Try to bring that back as well for you guys. So shout out to you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Shout out to the members as well. I posted a video yesterday for you guys. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, it's about Alvarado. And it's funny, everything I was talking about in that video happened today. So it just happened to work out like that. Like, it's crazy how it works out. But, you know, shout out to the members. Those of you that want to call in next time, you guys can hit the Discord. Again, it is pinned up in the chat. Just hit the Discord, join. You know, there's a Knicks chat, there's an NBA lounge. So next time, it is super easy. It is not difficult at all. Just download the Discord app. And we have about 151 members in the Discord right now. And it's pretty active. Pretty active. Trying to grow it even more, but you know, time will tell. But yeah, man, great Knicks win. Shout out to the squad. I'll see you guys tonight. And let's go Knicks. Let's go freaking Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. I got you guys next time. See you tonight. Peace.
Brunson a three. Bam! Jalen Brunson does it again!